Philippines was recently classified as a COVID-19 special risk zone together with Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. I think it is time to accept that we will not be back to where we were before the pandemic struck us in the next couple of months or even years. It is possible too that we may have to deal with the new normal for the rest of our lives. For this academic year 2021-2022, I am sure that the first semester will still be online. So, here are the do's and don'ts in my online classes. First, we will discuss the 16 do's or the things that you should undertake, the things that you should have, buy, or acquire, which are further divided into two parts, the 8 basic requirements and the 8 do's for the online class proper. Here are the 8 basics. 1. Designate a specific study area, your war room. You must establish a productive learning environment. Choose an area in your home that's free from distractions. I strongly advise you not to study in bed, as this may tempt you to sleep. Don't study in your living room too. The TV is right there waving at you. Find a strategic location where no other people would be able to walk at the background. This is your war room or area. Make this your exclusive space, devoted solely for your online classes and study time. By studying in this area repeatedly, you'll begin to establish a routine, a habit. And law school is all about building good, strong routines and habits. So, make this spot conducive for studying. Install a work table or desk big enough to accommodate your equipment, books, and other learning tools and materials. Use a comfortable ergonomic chair that properly supports your posture and weight. You will be sitting for thousands of hours for the next 4 or 5 years. And keep your study area tidy and organized. Practice clay go, or clean as you go. 2. Buy a study or reading lamp. In addition to your room lighting, buy a lamp for your desk. It should be placed behind the laptop to cut down on glare. You will be reading tons of materials for long hours. Poor lighting can strain your eyes, resulting in headaches or eye fatigue, which may lead eventually to heartaches. Heartaches? Yes, you heard it right. When you won't be able to read because of poor lighting, your grades will suffer. In other words, you might get failing grades, and you will suffer heartaches as a result. 3. Buy or have a desktop computer or a laptop. Since classes are online, this is a required learning tool. This is where the action will happen. It will take you 4 to 5 years in law school, so it would be beneficial to you if you buy the best equipment that you can afford. Think of this as an investment rather than an expense. I promise you, you won't regret it. Having a tablet or a smartphone would be difficult, especially during the exams. PCs and laptops perform better as they have a bigger memory space and higher random access memory or RAM. You can also easily multitask. They make you more productive than regular phones or tablets. And if you want to stand out and put your performance during recitations to the next level, invest in an external microphone, an HD webcam, and a ring light, if your budget allows. This will make your audio more audible and pleasing to the ears, and your appearance stunning and more impressive. 4. Have a strong, stable, and high-speed internet connection. Recitations are conducted every day. It would be stressful for you and your professors if you have a slow internet. Your voice becomes choppy, inaudible, or inexistent. Your video suddenly stops. The midterm and final exams will also be done online using the school's Learning Management System or LMS. Preferably, get a fiber optic broadband network. Faster internet will make you more productive and you will be getting better results. In our area, the leading internet providers are PLDT, Globe, and Sky. I hope we will have Converge, Dito, and more soon. Make your own due diligence and decide what is best for you, depending on your location and budget. 5. Familiarize yourself with different apps or communication softwares. Some of you may have no Google or Facebook accounts yet. A messenger means more than an office staff who delivers documents or correspondence to clients or customers. You need to be familiar with different communication apps or software. Depending on your professors, you may be using Zoom, Google Meet, or other platforms. There are many YouTube video tutorials. Watch them. 6. Print syllabus or course outlines and buy calendars, notebooks, pens, and post-its. You need to print the syllabus or course outlines of your different subjects. They are given on or even before the first day of classes. They should always come handy and available anytime. Write timelines and schedule advanced readings. Remember, whatever happens during the semester, you should be able to read and cover all the topics listed there. In addition, have a calendar, digital or otherwise. Write your assignments there. And don't forget to write prior commitments or activities that may interfere with your regular study schedule so that you can make corresponding adjustments to complete assignments. You have to create a monthly, weekly, and daily schedule, designating certain hours each week to studying, attending online classes, reading, and yes, more reading. Manage your time wisely. You need to plan. Remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Moreover, you have to buy notebooks, pens, and post-its. You need to take down notes during your online classes. Write short reminders and other tasks in post-its and paste them conspicuously in your study area. 7. Buy a printer. Instead of Netflix, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, your favorite websites should now be supremecourt.gov.ph, the official website of the Supreme Court. Lockfield, Chan Robles, and other sites offering free legal materials. You will be assigned with a lot of cases to read and at times to digest. You may opt to just download them online and read the digital copies. However, your eyes will be strained if you do this. It's better to print them on paper. Having hard copies are also more practical during class discussions. You will be able to conveniently look and scan at them with your side notes and highlights in them. To save on ink, set your printer to black and white draft before printing. To save on paper, don't steal bond papers in your office. If you're working in a government institution, that's graft. Just buy cheap bond papers and print both sides of the paper instead. 8. Buy an extension cord. Your room may have limited electrical outlets, so another distance learning essential is an extension cord. Buy the ones that have built-in USB ports. They are available online or in local hardwares. You will be plugging a lot of things near your work area. You'll connect your laptop or PC, phone charger, lamp, printer, and many more. Those are the 8 basics in my online classes you have to do and buy them to successfully start your online classes. Let's review. First, dedicate a specific study area. Second, buy a study lamp. Third, buy a desktop computer or a laptop. Fourth, have a reliable, stable, and high-speed internet. Fifth, familiarize yourself with different apps. Sixth, print syllabus and buy notebooks, pens, and post-its. Seventh, buy a printer. 8. Buy an extension cord. Now, for the 8 do's for the online class proper, we have 1. Be early or on time. The Zoom or Google meeting is open at least 15 minutes before the start of the session. Use this time to check your audio and video quality with your classmates. 2. Always turn on your camera, even during breaks. You are required to be in front of your camera throughout the sessions, except during breaks. Look at your camera more than 50% of the time when you are not reciting. When reciting, you are required to look at your camera 100% of the time, unless you are instructed to look at your professor on your screen. 3. Attendance. If your name is called during roll call, you should turn on your microphone, unmute, and say, "Present, sir," 3 times while raising your right hand until you hear a bell, this one, and your presence is acknowledged. With the class numbering from 30 to 40, it takes time before your professor will be able to see you in the screen. If you are late, state your last name, "Present, sir," 3 times upon entering the online class while raising your right hand until you hear a bell and your presence is acknowledged. Obviously, if this happens, you just distracted the class and you may want to avoid being late next time. 4. Recitation rules. When called for recitation, take 1 deep breath, unmute yourself, and listen to the questions carefully. Always come to class prepared. Always strive for excellence. You are encouraged to read all the assigned topics and cases for the week at least 3 times. When studying, bear in mind that you are not only preparing for the class, but for the bar exams. Your preparation for the bar starts now, and not after graduation or during the bar review. If, for any reason, you will not be able to answer during recitation, you need not say anything or explain your predicament. Just smile and you will be given a grade of 70. If you are absent and you are called for recitation, you will be given a grade of 65. Strive to have impressive answers during class discussions because your average recitation grade comprises 1/3 of your final grade. This will surely offset low grades in the written summative assessments, which will be hard. I always call students at random by shuffling the class cards. I will do everything I can to make the experience supportive and unthreatening. Try to stay calm even if I raise my voice, which I usually do. It is not unusual for any law professor to be emphatic in class, especially during discussions. At any given time, even when the discussion becomes intense, you should always be respectful and courteous. For now, you should learn to be humble. Humility is a very important virtue in law school. One of the skills you are learning as law students is how to express disagreements in a cordial and professional manner. In addition, a good command of the English language is a prerequisite in passing my subject. If you have a problem with your English, do something about it now. Otherwise, you will not pass the subject. 5. Ready your materials. Always have the hard copies of your caudal, books, and copies of the assigned cases with you, unless you have a photographic memory and that you have memorized all the assigned materials verbatim before joining in our online class. 6. Observe online etiquette. Inform the people living or working with you to respect your privacy and refrain from disturbing you throughout the session, unless it is a matter of life and death. Keep your pets in a separate room away from you. You may eat discreetly while the class is ongoing. 7. Observe proper dress code. Since many of us will be attending the online classes while in our homes, you may wear comfortable yet professional-looking clothes. Sandals, t-shirts, shorts, and sleepwear pajamas are not allowed. Be presentable online. 8. Keep in touch. You may send a private message, PM, and raise any concern in the group chat, which is specifically created for the class. In special cases, you may also PM me to address personal concerns, if any. You can also contact me in my mobile phone and email address stated in your syllabus or course outline. Those are the 8 do's for the online class proper. Let's review. First, be early or on time. Second, always turn on your camera. Third, attendance. Fourth, recitation rules. Fifth, ready your materials. Sixth, observe online etiquette. Seventh, observe proper dress code. Eighth, keep in touch. On the other hand, here are the 8 don'ts or the 8 things that you should avoid in my online class. 1. Don't turn on or unmute your microphone. You should show courtesy to the class befitting of a law student. The only times that you will be unmuting yourself are as follows. First, When you enter the meeting at least 15 minutes before the session starts, so that you can check your audio with your classmates if it is working. Second, when your name is called for attendance. And third, when you are called to recite. 2. Don't get distracted with notifications from social media. Turn off your notifications while your online classes are ongoing. The sound that it may produce while you are reciting is distracting. And even if you are not the one reciting, you might be tempted to open it and indulge yourself in it. Then, you will miss important points that are being discussed in class. Worse, what if you will be suddenly called for recitation? As a professor, hearing the words, "Can you repeat the question, sir?" is one of the most annoying things to hear. It means that you were not listening. Be attentive. Put your 100% attention to your online classes. And please, don't stream Netflix or YouTube while attending your class. 3. Don't use virtual backgrounds. They are unnatural and you look ridiculous, especially if you don't have green screens. There will be glitches. That's because without a solid color background, the software can't fully differentiate between you and your background. This becomes most apparent when you move. And even if you're not moving, your original background is seen in your silhouette and it looks really bad. If you use a virtual background, you will lose your authenticity. Your genuine background will give different impressions and a glimpse into your life as a person. You will create an opportunity for connection, and you can't do that with a green screen background. And it's an additional task for you. Setting up and choosing an appropriate background can be toxic sometimes. And what if your clothes happen to be green too, just like your background? Guess what will you look like? You'll blend in, and it's a virtual magic trick no one wants to see. 4. Don't cheat when reciting. During recitation, never attempt to read, scan your notes, books, caudals, tablets, or other materials, devices. I put so much premium in honesty, on integrity. Being future lawyers, your moral fiber should be always beyond reproach. When reciting, look directly at your camera, not at your monitor screen. When you hear bell sounds, stop talking. The bell is a signal that I am interrupting you to clarify things, give feedbacks, or a follow-up question. 5. Don't cheat in the exams. Never attempt to copy or cheat during formative or summative assessments. If caught, you will be automatically given a failing mark, plus a recommendation to the school administration for your dismissal from law school. 6. Don't stress yourself too much. I said too much because stress, or little amounts of it, is good and healthy. A little bit of stress will motivate us to study more, strive more. But don't stress yourself too much. Spending too much time on the screen strains the eyes and can stress us. Your online classes are usually scheduled from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on weekdays. They can even go beyond that for a couple of minutes sometimes, when recitations become intense or when your class is catching up. For this purpose, We will have mini breaks for 10 minutes after every 40 minutes. Use this time to close and rest your eyes, but don't go to sleep. Leave your desk. Answer the call of nature. Go elsewhere. Go for a short walk. Do stretching and breathing exercises. Relax. Pray. 7. Don't record the sessions. You are not allowed to record the class discussions in any form, including audio recordings. Learn to take down notes. 8. Don't quit. Whatever you do, don't quit. Keep fighting for your dreams. Don't let anyone steal your dream of becoming a lawyer. Not even me. You may not be able to answer during recitations. Take heart. Move on. If you fail in the midterm exams, study harder. Do good in the finals. If you fail in this subject or in other subjects, enroll them again next year. Don't quit. It is better to fail now than in the bar. Those are the 8 don'ts, or the 8 things that you should avoid in my online class. Let's review. First, don't turn on or unmute your microphone. Second, don't get distracted with notifications. Third, don't use virtual backgrounds. Fourth, don't cheat during recitation. Fifth, don't cheat in the exams. Sixth, don't stress yourself. Seventh, don't record the session. 8. Don't quit. There you have them. Those are the do's and don'ts for my online classes. Be sure to watch this video over and over again to master the skills required in your online classes. Go, follow your dreams, and reach for the stars. May your dreams never die. Thank you. Keep safe. Godspeed, everyone.